Hello and welcome to another field-proof tutorial. Today we'll be talking about how to actually perform an inspection. If you have not seen the tutorial on how to add an inspection yet, please make sure you go back and watch that tutorial before moving forward with this tutorial, as we're going to be covering how to actually perform that inspection now. I'm on my dashboard and I can see the inspection that we created in the Create Inspection tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that, and that will bring me into a details page for that individual inspection. Up at the top, we can see that we have multiple buttons available to us, one of them being Defer Inspection. This button will allow us that, for some reason, if we're not able to perform the inspection on the given day and time, and we have to maybe pass that back to our manager or administrator for rescheduling, then we can do that simply by clicking on this button. It'll set it into a deferred status and will be available to us from our dashboard underneath the Deferred Inspections section here. We also have available to us the Complete Inspection button. Obviously, this is used for once the inspection has been completed. It'll put it into a completed status and be available to us again on our dashboard from recent inspections. We have a View Report button, which will allow us to view a PDF report of the inspection that we've just completed. We also have a Reschedule button. Obviously, if you have to reschedule this individual inspection for whatever reason, you can utilize this button to do so. And then we have the Edit Inspection button for the ability to edit this inspection if there's something we need to add or remove from it. If we click on the View Details button, we'll see all of the detailed information about this individual facility and inspection. And you'll also see that there's a handy View Facilities Detail button here that will take us over to the details for this individual facility, where we can get at any of the equipment that the facility might have, any additional details that we might need, even the map if we need directions to this individual facility. If we click into any one of these sections, we'll also see that that's how we get to the individual questions for the individual sections on our inspection. So if I click on, for an example, this Check Hoses for Corrosion item, it'll open up a number of different functions that we can perform. The first one being, of course, Approve. If we click on this, that means that the item has passed our inspection criteria and we'd like to approve it. Another one being Fail, obviously the opposite of Approve. It allows us to fail this item for corrective action. We also have a warning option, which allows us to say that maybe this item isn't so bad that it fails, but we see the beginning stages of possible degradation that could create failure in the future. And not available would be if this item is not applicable for this inspection and it was maybe mistakenly added or something along those lines. We have the ability to add or edit the notes for this individual item, and we have the ability to add images for this item as well, which we always recommend for each individual item, at least adding one image for the historical value of it. So for this item, I'll go ahead and I'll click on Approve. Maybe I'm at the inspection on my tablet and this item has passed my inspection criteria, and I want to add an image of this individual item. Now when I click on this button, a pop-up will come up on our screen and it'll allow us to do a few different things. So you can, if you're on a desktop, you can click and drag an image into this box and it'll upload the image for you. If you make a mistake, you can click on Delete and it'll remove that image for you. If you're on a tablet or a mobile device, which this is definitely designed to be able to work on, if you click in this click or drag a file here to upload box, it will activate the camera module in your device, allowing you to take a photo and upload it directly here. The recent image history is for inspections that, or facilities that have had multiple inspections. The recent images that were taken for this individual question will show up here in this box. So now that we've added an image for that, we'll move on. We'll move on to our next section that we just called Section 2. And maybe for some reason this question failed. So I'm going to click on fail. Now when I click on fail, you'll see that this box over here for notes shows up. Anytime you fail an item, it is required that you add some sort of notes to it. There is too much corrosion on this item and it should be replaced. And then I'll click on confirm failure. You notice also that when I'm adding those notes, there's the option of saving them. Perhaps I clicked on fail, but I really meant to click on approve, but I wanted to add some notes anyway. I can click on save, and then I can still approve the item. However, if the item is a failure, you do not need to click on the save notes button. You simply need to click on the confirm failure button, and it'll save your notes and fail the item for you. Of course, in this case, I'll probably want to upload an image. Great. So I'm done with this item. I can move on to my next section. And maybe this item has not failed, but yet it's looking like it may possibly fail in the future. Maybe I want to put a warning on this item. So I went ahead and clicked on warning. There is no notes required for warnings, however, they are encouraged. So you can click on the edit notes button over here as you always can, and we'll say noticing some signs of possible corrosion. And maybe I'll want to upload an image of this item. So we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. Great. So now I've completed all of my sections and all of the questions for my inspection. Obviously, you'd probably have many more sections and many more questions per section. This is just an example. But now that I've done so, maybe I want to go ahead and view that report. So I'm going to click on View Report. And here I get a nice broken down report of that inspection that I just performed with all of the pertinent facility details up at the top, including who the inspector was, their email address. I have any of the concerning items right here at the top, so that way perhaps you're performing this inspection for a client or something along those lines. All of the items that were of concern are always going to be right here at the top in a broken down section. If you continue to scroll down, you notice that all of my images are available in my report. If I click on an image here in a web view, we'll always get this nice blown up image. We can always see exactly what the status of the item was, any comments, and if there were previous images taken of this item, we'll be able to see them right here underneath recent images. And then at the very bottom, if I click on Print Report, this gives me the ability to print the report in a PDF format that can be saved and filed if I so choose to do so, or we can go ahead and just save this inspection forever electronically here on the FieldProof application. That has been it for this tutorial. Thank you so very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.